What's going on, folks? I'm going to talk to you today about Death Wish for the Crackdown, the fourth installment of the Vigilante series starring Charles Bronson. Kicks off, I think, way back in '75. His family gets killed, and he goes after him and just eliminates him, just takes him out because law enforcement doesn't do anything. In this installment, he has a journalist girlfriend, and her daughter, the girl you see in the right hand corner, she dies of a drug overdose. So Charles Bronson, he finds the dealer who sold her the drugs, eliminates this guy in a fantastic type of way. And so when he gets home, he finds a message, asks him to go outside, step in his limousine. Limousine takes him to this gigantic mansion, and he meets this guy Mayo who says, "Hey, I'm the editor of the L.A. Times. Hey, I want to utilize your skills, take out the top drug dealers in Los Angeles." So there's these two crime families. Zacharias, the other one is the Romero brothers. So the guy who Mayo, the editor, his interest is the fact that he lost a lot of loved ones to drug abuse, overdoses. So that's at least what he tells Bronson to get him to do it. And also he's like, "Hey, I know what you've been doing. If you don't do it, I'll turn you in to the police." So Charles Bronson agrees to do this, and what he decides to do, obviously, is devise a strategy to play both sides against each other. Like he'd go and hit one side, does something to one side, then he goes something to do to the other side. And so Zacharias and the Romero brothers suspect each other as doing this. And like I said, you watch this, and it's a one man army kind of Rambo thing, real popular in the '80s. It's believable to a certain extent. The only part that really wasn't believable is when he infiltrated Zacharias' party on a yacht. What's it, a yacht mansion or something like that? And he goes around and he's bugging the telephones. And while he's bugging the phones, Zacharias and Morrell brothers, he comes into the room he's in. He goes into another room. While they're in the room, he sort of like overhears them actually kill somebody, and he makes noise. They find him. They bring him out. Now, see, at that point, since he witnessed a murder, they would have killed him right then and there. You know, they do something stupid that no drug dealer murderer in a right mind would really do in real life, but it gives them a chance to get out of that situation. Movie carries on, and he keeps doing his guerrilla tactics to both sides. And one scene he actually poses as a wine dealer, and he blows up. He used this bottle of wine as a explosive, and blows these 4 or 5 guys to smithereens. I mean, he does a whole lot of cool stuff in this movie, but he gets to the point to where they distrust each other so much. They meet up and they have a shootout, and fantastic, great shootout, great action scene. And seemingly, they all kill each other. Seemingly it's over, but it's not. So the guy who hired him, the newspaper editor, or the supposedly newspaper editor, wants to see him one last time. So he goes and meets him, and there's a driver there, but the guy's not there. And he said, "Hey, where's Mel?" He said, "Hey, driver's like, I'll take you to him." The driver asks him to get in. He get in the car. Driver walks off, and he's like, "Hey, hey, 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 hey." And this scene I had an issue with too, because obviously when the driver walked off, even if you've never seen this before, okay, the car is supposed to blow up. The problem with it is that it takes it forever to blow up. If you're gonna have a car set to blow up and you got somebody inside who know they trapped in a car, it gives them like 2 or 3 minutes to get out of the car before the car actually blows up. Now, usually with these car blowing up scenes, they get in the car, turn on the ignition or whatever, and it blows up in like 5 seconds. This thing took like 3 minutes, but at that point, he still really doesn't know who this guy is, because it turns out that the guy was not the newspaper editor or the newspaper owner that he passed himself off to be. He was actually like another rival drug dealer who wanted to break into the drug business, and he just used Paul Kersey, the Charles Bronson character, to kill off the competition. Now, at this point, Kersey has absolutely no idea who this guy is. The guy could have just went on doing his drug dealing business. Kersey wouldn't have known. Kersey would have just went about his business. Oh, well, whatever. But, he insisted on trying to kill him a second time. And he failed at that. The third time, he was like, well, let's kidnap his girlfriend and let him come to us. Which, again, you don't have to do, because he don't know who you are. And I think at one point in the scene, he's like, hey, well, why don't you just let Kersey be, because Kersey don't know who he is. He goes, no, as long as he's out there, he knows too much, he's dangerous, but he don't know who you is. So anyway, he kidnapped the girlfriend, and he has Kersey come meet him and his gang of thugs at a ice skating ring that's full packed to capacity with, I don't know, it seemed like hundreds of people. And, Charles Bronson brings this, the gun he got now, this gun, when he shoot anything with this gun, anything within 20 feet blows up. So he got this gun, even though he's all man, he got this gun where he shoots anything, it just blows up everything. He's eliminating these people like it's nothing. So he gets to the end. He got the guy, and the guy got his girlfriend, and he's like, "I'll kill her. I'll kill her. I kill her." So at some point, she gets away from him, and he shoots her. Now, mind you, she was the only thing. While he had her, that was the only thing keeping Charles Bronson from not shooting him with this gun and blows up everything. But as soon as he lets her go and shoots her, Charles Bronson takes that gun one last time and just blows this guy up. The smithereens. I mean, there's nothing left of this dude at this point. And that's pretty much it. Overall, very entertaining movie. Great action. Some parts are kind of like unbelievable, but I mean, you got that with like all movies, all action movies and stuff like that. But I mean, it's pretty good for you to watch, even though at this point it's over 30 years old. But it's definitely a good watch. So if you have a chance, check out Death Wish 4, The Crackdown, starring Charles Bronson. All right, y'all. Peace.